Click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger. Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we are going to compare Ventura Securities, a mainstream full-service stockbroker, versus Kotak Securities. This is a bank-based full-service stockbroker. In this comparison, we will be talking about company background, account opening and maintenance charges, brokerage rates, exposure or leverage offered across segments, prominency of research, trading platforms, and some other features that can help you to figure out which of these two stockbrokers is a better choice for you. Let's get started. Well, to start with the company background, both of these full-service stockbrokers started their journey in the same year, 1994. Today, Ventura Securities has presence across 525 branches through their sub-brokers and offline locations. Kotak Securities, being a bank-based stockbrokers, definitely enjoys a huge brand equity. People trust such kind of a brand. Kotak Securities as of now has around 1200 sub-broker and franchise locations. We are talking exclusively about Kotak Securities. Kotak Bank branches are not included in this number. As far as membership is concerned, Kotak Securities is a member of BSE and NSE, while Ventura Securities has additional memberships of MCX, MCXSX and NCDEX. If you're looking to open an account with them, Ventura Securities is going to charge you 150 rupees for the trading account and 300 rupees for the demat account. They will charge you an additional 400 rupees to maintain your demat account with them. This is a recurring cost. You have to pay it every year. Kotak Securities charges 750 rupees for trading account and 600 for demat AMC. Now certainly bank-based stockbrokers are very expensive as compared to mainstream full service or definitely discount stockbrokers, but in this case Kotak Securities at 750 rupees of trading account opening charges is super duper expensive. Now Ventura Securities certainly looks cheaper, but there are some other charges in this case. You have to be very sure what exactly you are paying for. We will be touching on those kinds of charges in the video later, but let's move ahead and see what we have next. Next up we have brokerage. Well, brokerage is certainly one of the most important factors when it comes to finalizing a particular stockbroker. Now we have Ventura and Kotak, both are full service stockbrokers. They are going to charge you a percentage based overall brokerage value. Now this percentage depends on your trade value. Ventura Securities gives you a flat rate of 0.2% on your trade value for equity delivery, while Kotak Securities, being a bank-based stockbroker, goes up to 0.49%. If you look at other segments, certainly Kotak Securities is going to be much more expensive than Ventura Securities can ever be. Now there are some sort of aspects that you need to consider. There are multiple plans offered here by both of these stockbrokers. We'll talk with the Kotak Securities first and see what they have in store for you, and then correspondingly you can make a choice. So Kotak Securities has multiple plans. They have a fixed brokerage plan where it doesn't really matter what kind of deposit you are putting in or what kind of a specification you're starting with. They will charge you a specific rate of 0.49% like we just discussed in the presentation. And similarly for other segments, you can do for 300 rupees per lot if you're looking to trade in options segment. Now this is the fixed brokerage plan. Then they have a dynamic plan wherein you are supposed to pay them an initial deposit. Let's say if you're starting with 1 lakh, or let's say you're starting with 50,000 rupees, in that particular case your brokerage is going to be even more expensive at 0.59%. We're talking about equity delivery here. If you keep on increasing your overall initial deposit, you can get as low as 0.3%, but certainly it's certainly very expensive even though you're going with such kind of a capital. We have discussed here the other segments as well one by one. Then they have another plan called advanced brokerage plan. It's sort of a subscription cost wherein you pay a specific fees at the start of your trading. Let's say you go with the 5,000 plan, and it is valid for 1 year in total, and correspondingly the brokerage is applied to your trades. If you keep on increasing this value, let's say you take plan C at 50,000 rupees, your brokerage for equity delivery is going to be 0.19%. Very cheap as compared to the other plan of Kotak Securities, not by the standards of full service stockbroker. So the point here is simple. As long as you're okay to commit with the initial cost with the stockbroker here, the corresponding brokerage charges will be lowered. Now you have to understand one thing: whatever brokerage is going to get generated out of your trades throughout that period of 1 year will be auto deducted from the initial deposit here, the initial subscription cost rather that you paid to Kotak Securities, and you can just play with that amount until it's exhausted, and once it's done you can renew your subscription or you can upgrade or downgrade your plan. So these are different plans here. You can still go back to the initial default plan of going ahead with 0.49%, but it's going to be a little tough to negotiate on these numbers with a stockbroker such as Kotak Securities. Now when it comes to Ventura, on the other hand, like you mentioned, that they have a flat rate of 0.2% of your trade value for equity delivery and 50 rupees per lot for equity option trading, and similarly you can see the values here. Now the point here is, if you can negotiate based on your overall initial deposit or your commitment on the turnover on the stock market, yes, it can certainly be decreased to 0.15% on your trades for equity delivery and 0.02% for your intraday trades. But again, you have to negotiate well with this particular stockbroker. This one is certainly open to do that, unlike in the case of Kotak Securities, where there is no room to negotiate at any means. So as far as brokerage is concerned, certainly Ventura Securities is much cheaper as compared to Kotak. Next up, we have exposure or leverage. For people who do not understand this concept, basically it's kind of a short-term loan offered by your stockbroker at a specific rate of interest. Now this interest rate can be in the range of 15, 16, 17 or 22, 23%. It really depends on your broker at the end of the day. Well, if you have 10,000 rupees in trading account balance, you can trade up to 50,000 for equity intraday with Ventura Securities and up to 1.5 lakh for the same segment with Kotak Securities. In other segments as well, more or less, Kotak Securities gives you a much better exposure or leverage value. If you're looking for this kind of a thing, yes, Kotak Securities is the answer between these two stockbrokers, but there are certainly other options available in the market if you're looking for higher exposure values. Then next up we have customer service. Ventura Securities does not provide you a toll-free number. Other than that, it gives you email support, live chat, phone and offline branches we discussed initially. Kotak Securities gives you multiple communication lines here. At the same time, the quality of customer service is also good. You can expect a quick turnaround time in this case. Ventura Securities is definitely better than average, but if you want to pick one of these two stockbrokers, you can go ahead with Kotak Securities as far as customer service is concerned. Next up we have research and trading products. Here Ventura Securities wins the battle on a slight margin when it comes to accuracy of the reports. So they definitely provide you all kinds of tips, recommendations or research reports or analysis on a weekly, daily, monthly or yearly level. There's no question on that aspect, but the important factor in case of research is the accuracy part. Kotak Securities does a decent job, but Ventura Securities is having much more of a prominent, much more high performance technical and research team at their helm. So trading segments, not much of a competition there. You can trade across at least 8 to 10 trading and investment products with both of these stock brokers here, and for that you can pick either of them. Then we have some other features, and it really depends whether you need these features in the first place. You have to be very sure of what is listed here, and correspondingly you can make a choice. 3-in-1 account is given by bank-based stockbrokers, and so is the case with Kotak Securities. They do provide you that, wherein your trading account is linked to your bank account and you do not need to do any manual fund transfers in the future. That process happens automatically. In case of Ventura Securities, that provision is not there. Similarly, there are some other things here, and you need to have an understanding of these things before picking one. Now let's talk about the trading platforms. Another important and very crucial factor in finalizing a stockbroker for yourself. We'll start with the mobile app, and for that we need to check out Google Play Store. So the mobile app of Ventura Securities is called Ventura Wealth. Now this is rated at 3.5 by around 3,500 users, out of which about 29% of them have rated this app negatively. Overall satisfaction score in this case is around 71%, not so good there. The last update was done on 26th of July 2017. We're recording this video the second week of August, so it's been a couple of weeks, but generally they update the mobile app in a range of a month and a half. Number of installs 1 to 5 lakh. There are few concerns with this mobile app from Ventura. The app hangs and freezes at times, so if you are an intraday trader, you probably will have a difficult time trading. Then the app might also log you out instantaneously. They have no notification on the top of it. You will be logged out without any notification there, and there are irrelevant security features. Now, it makes sense to have security features, but if they are going to intrude with the overall usability and the user experience of the mobile app, they are not worth it. So either they have to be removed, or they must be designed in such a way that the overall user experience stays optimal. So overall, it's an average mobile app. It has its concerns, and you have to be very sure to use it before making that decision. On the other hand, the mobile app of Kotak Securities is called Kotak Stock Trader. Now, this application is rated at a better number of 3.9 by around 10,400 users, out of which 16.3% have rated this app negatively. Overall satisfaction score in this case is going to be around 85.7%, definitely better. Then if we talk about the update frequency cycle, the last one was done on 7th of July 2017. They also update the mobile app in the range of 4 to 5 to 6 weeks at max. Number of installs are similar to Ventura Securities at 1 to 5 lakh. Now, there are concerns with this application as well. Now, some of the users have reported that the app has some unnecessary graphics which are definitely not required. Then the point here is the intrusion of user experience takes place with that kind of a feature. Then the fund transfer process is relatively tougher. Using the mobile app, you are advised to use the other trading platforms to transfer your funds instead of the mobile app from Kotak. Then at times it's not a regular thing, but frequently it has, or rather rarely it has been seen that the feed that is coming from different indices is incorrect or it is delayed. Now, this is a big problem, and certainly Kotak Securities needs to work on that. However, having said that, if you want to pick one of these mobile apps, we would suggest you to go ahead with KST or Kotak Stock Trader as compared to Ventura Securities. The app in their case is also good, but it has to improve on multiple factors before it becomes a much mature product for their traders. Now, these were the mobile apps. Let's talk about the other trading platforms offered by these two stockbrokers, and for that we need to check out digitalblogger.com. So we start with Ventura Securities. The pointer, the terminal-based software from Ventura Securities is certainly one of the top ones when it comes to performance or speed or number of features. It can certainly be used if you are a beginner or if you are a medium to heavy level trader. It doesn't really matter. So the overall user experience in this case is also good. The problem here, however, is the particular application we're talking about is paid in nature. So you are supposed to pay Ventura Securities a usage charge of 3,500 rupees. Now, this payment is not applicable if you are able to generate a brokerage for the first month, but if you are not able to take it to 3,500 rupees, they are going to ask you for the invoice of 3,500 rupees payment. So that's a problem. As long as you're okay to pay that amount or get the brokerage generated for this stockbroker, then you're fine. You certainly can go ahead with this trading platform. Otherwise, you can look for other options. Then Ventura Wealth, we have talked about, is the mobile application. Needs to work upon multiple factors here. And Ventura Web, well, this application is also a bit basic as far as number of features are concerned. It's very lightweight. So if you are a beginner, then yes, you can use it for your initial trading days. But once you start maturing in your trading or investment behavior, you should be looking out for some other options. Then let's talk about the trading platforms from Kotak Securities. Now, they've got a browser-based application that doesn't require a download or install. You go to the website of Kotak Securities, click on login, and you can start trading after putting in the username and password. Now, comparatively, if you talk about Ventura Securities web-based application, and then we talk about the browser application of Kotak Securities, this one is much more exhaustive, gives you decent features for technical as well as fundamental analysis. At the same time, speed and performance wise is also good. So if you want to pick a browser based application, you can pick this one. Then there is Extra Light. So if you're living in a smaller city or the internet connection bandwidth is pretty low, then you can use this application called Extra Light. It requires a basic internet connection on a consistent basis and gives you reasonable number of features. Not so great, but definitely can help you with your trading. Then Keep Pro X is definitely one of the top terminal-based solutions in the country right now. It can certainly be placed against Ventura Pointer, which is a paid software. This one is not. It gives you multiple types of features. It's a little bulky in nature, so you have to be making sure that your desktop or computer, whatever device you're using, must have a decent configuration to have a seamless trading experience, and so you will not really be regretting using this application. But again, if you want to pick one, and if you're going to pick a free software, go for Keep Pro X. When Kotak Securities Fastlane, this is also a similar sort of structure. It's not being used anymore. It's sort of a primitive application, again usable for users who are living in smaller cities. Then there is Kotak Stock Trader. We have already talked about the mobile application. So we can see that they've got a variety of trading applications, be it Ventura Securities or Kotak Securities in the first place. But you have to see what preferences you have, be it the web-based software or the mobile app or the terminal-based solution. What we have seen is consistently Kotak Securities provides you a much better solution in every aspect whatsoever we have talked about. So these are different trading platforms offered by these two stockbrokers. Let's head back to the presentation. So that is it as far as comparison of these full service stockbrokers is concerned. We have talked about multiple features here, and you have to see what you are looking for. If you're looking for research, if you're looking for better trading platforms, you can go with Kotak Securities. If you're looking for a reasonable priced stockbroker in full service stockbroking segment, you can certainly go ahead with Ventura Securities. Now again, if you want some sort of help in finalizing a more suitable stockbroker for yourself, what you can do is check out this link, digitalblogger.com/free, call back broker choice. Put in your details and your preferences there. We will be putting up this link in the description of the video for your reference. So you can provide your preferences in length and your details, and we will be setting up a call back for you absolutely free. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please go ahead and press the thumbs up button. We'll really appreciate that. You can also subscribe to our channel, A Digital Blogger, at YouTube for similar videos in the future. We have presence on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Slideshow with the same handle. We post content on a regular basis. You can follow us, like us, and subscribe to us on these channels to stay updated. So thank you so much again for watching the video. Bye-bye.